Yes. Keep
Great,
calm
man.
and be nice.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So,
So wait. Oh wow.
Jinx.
Yes.
So what's going to happen is that we're going to go into the champions bans and picks, so we can see what's going to happen in the first game between Manila Eagles versus Bangkok Titans momentarily.
Mhm.
Yep.
And here we can see that the very, I suppose, with very standard bans. Well, there's Morgana being taken out and Shen. I suppose Morgana is one of those champions right now that if you've seen NA or EU regional tournaments and things like that, you see her not being taken out as much just because a lot of people have figured out how to play against her or to counter her. Or maybe you just counterpick Morgana by taking Janna out of into your team if someone else picks Morgana. So I suppose just to be safe, Morgana still has a lot of team fight potential, still very strong in that, but she's right now one of the more easier to counter champions by players who know how to do it. But I suppose MLE just wants to take her out, most probably have something in mind in their strategy. Like as you can see, the second ban is actually Malphite. Two AoE champions being taken out right there for the ultimates, which are very strong initiators. So it's be very interesting to see. It's really interesting to see how this turns out. And for Bangkok Titans, I actually think of Shen and Diana. Shen will understand, but for Diana,
They removed my Diana. I cannot see my Diana being played. I'm so sad.
so I'm not sure why they did it. Maybe MLE have been practicing Diana. I'm not so sure, but
No, but it's pretty much this. Diana, I wouldn't consider her OP, but she is a very, very strong champion. Now, people ban out Morgana for her Blood Shield, her ability to initiate on multiple enemies, and things of that sort. But Diana has a double dash. She has an inbuilt shield as well. She has a
Yes.
Crescent Sweep that can reveal enemies as well as deal damage to them. She can clear minion waves extremely fast. Why would you want to let your opponents have her? Especially since Manila Eagles is taking the first pick, which they most likely will be locking in Alista, which will be a great, great pick. Alista is really strong, either for jungling or for being a support. He's tanky with his ultimate. He has a heal. He has a knockback. He has a throw up. He's everything that anybody could ever want.
Yes, but I actually would prefer Alistar as a jungler because in lane, if Alistar is a support, when he does do his power rise, headbutt and power rise combo, he's actually left to be very vulnerable. If your team does not follow up well,
Yep.
or if the opponent jungler actually comes into the fray, you'll be like, okay, I'm stuck there. If I don't flash, I'll die.
I mean,
In the early stages of the
in
game.
the early stages, that is true. And as a jungler, what happens is that you can wait in the bush, you could headbutt pulverize combo, and it's actually really effective because people now will have to be very wary and they have to actually ward because your jungle ganks can start off at level 2 itself. It doesn't have to be significantly later, so the presence from the jungler is really, really strong in the early stages of the game, which throws many players off because they are forced to play really safe, and it forces them to actually focus on farming rather than getting kills,
Mhm.
which is
Yeah.
a good thing. But we see Lee Sin as well, not locked in yet, but we see Corki being locked in, and the Bangkok Titan side, Leona, Ezreal, that's a kill lane right there. One
Yes.
Zenith Blade, stun, Essence Flux, Mystic Shot, Rising Spell Force, everything can instantly go off at a very low level. Level 2, they can even go in for the kill, and with, Ignite most likely being taken up as well as Exhaust, that's a really, really strong combination.
Yeah, but just to speak more on the AD carry side, Ezreal and Corki, I've asked a few AD players, they say, if you want to counter Ezreal, you should pick up Corki. Because in terms of doing overall burst damage and tons of damage, so to speak, in terms of training hits, because as we mentioned before, Ezreal does have in terms of small crowd control, by reducing the attack speed of the opponents, it will make it so that like normal ADs like Vayne or maybe even Caitlyn, they become less effective because they can't dish out as much damage. They rely on the base attacks a lot. But for Corki, he just do his phosphorus bomb, his Gatling gun,
And
he
his
shows the ultimate.
damage.
Yes,
The true damage is the one that makes things very interesting. It's the same that goes for Vayne. Even though you slow her down with, let's say, the Essence Flux from Ezreal or things of that sort, when the third Silver Book procs, the damage will still be the same. The same amount of damage is still dealt out, and that's why Vayne and Corki are becoming very, very potent to many players. They want to use them or they want to ban them out immediately.
So we can see for the topic would be Irelia, I believe, for Bangkok Titan side. And okay, it's going to be a support Alistar, top Lee Sin, and jungle Skarner against
Jungle Nautilus.
Nautilus. I think Nautilus will be in trouble, so to speak. Like if Skarner does go for the early blue, and instead if it does not opt to go for the gank on the top lane, but just wait at the brush of the waves, Skarner can reach there definitely much faster and in
Yes.
time, and we might be able to land the kill onto Nautilus quite easily actually.
I'm thinking of like in the mid game at a point where Skarner can slow with his Q and Nautilus can slow with his AoE slow. It's going to be like this infinite chase where I chase you, you chase me, and both of us are slow. Because what happens is that even though Exoskeleton is turned on for Skarner and he has the additional attack speed and speed burst, what am I saying, burst? Nautilus can, kind of run away with his anchor being thrown forward to the terrain.
Dredge line.
Yeah, the dredge line being thrown forward and, pull himself a little bit further away. So it's going to be pretty interesting if it does happen to this chase that goes across the map.
The fight against the junglers running around. Scorpion with a submarine suit man thing.
Yeah, we don't have the new skin, which is the astronaut one yet, but it's pretty interesting. We do see Anivia being picked. I like that pick a lot. It's very easy for the Hitbutt Pulverize to land, rather Anivia to land her ultimate on the same area wherever Skarner is, wherever any of the enemy is, and he does have the team that can follow up and lock them down. Which is really
and BKT is going for double AD, or they're just picking around because they switched to Sion and they switched to Rengar, they did the Talon, now back to Ari for
I
the
like
pick.
Talon. I want to see that Talon come out, actually. I really want to see that Talon. The Talon's going to be interesting. It's going to face... I can't say that word on air, but it's basically going to deal huge amounts of damage, but it's not going to be Talon. It is going to be Ari instead. Ari itself really, really good. Having the charm to stop Anivia from doing any sort of things, having the spell vamp to steal back some extra life. So it's going to be pretty good.
In terms of mobility wise, Ari does win. Anivia is like this very heavy, slowly ice bird that just takes forever to travel to any other lane if you see her move. It's like flying so slowly. But in terms of overall CC composition wise, I would believe that BKT in terms of team fights might have an advantage with Nautilus ulti being able to hit multiple targets. Wow, I don't know why I couldn't pronounce that word for that moment. And Leona's Solar Flare and the Charm. And after the CC goes down, Irida just jumping into the fray to chase down the AD carry. It's going to be very solid, so to speak. But they really need to take care of Anivia's ultimate because it's definitely going to slow this whole composition down if she ultimate last land first before any solar flare or stun goes on to her to cancel it out. So it's going to be very interesting to see. But we know that MLE Snore, he does play a very strong Lee Sin. His positioning wise and his ability to really displace the opponents. We're going to see what happens in this game.
Not only that, what's interesting about Anivia is that her wall can block so many things from happening. It can prevent Irelia from dashing in. It can prevent Nautilus from advancing in with the dredge line. It can stop Leona from actually reaching a critical stage where she needs to land her solar flare, or even trapping Ari if she does not do her dash well. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see of positioning facts, whether each team can actually land better positioning in this sort of team fight. Because if they get trapped, if they get caught out, that's when things are going to go, to the fan and everywhere across the Summoner Rift. It's going to go all haywire. So it's going to see a matter of who makes the mistake first or who gets caught, and that's how the game will actually be going.
So I'm going to take a look at actually Kaigu's runes and mastery, and we're going to do a quick review to see whether he is worried about having some mana regeneration, because if he does not have his blue buff, he's going to be starved in the game. We're going to see whether BKT can pull this off. And from the runes, we can see he's actually taking movement speed, Queen's flat magic resist, and magic penetration, and flat mana regen per 5, and plus 2.3 mana regen per 5 at level 18.
That's very weird.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I can't really comment on that. And
I guess we'll find out if it actually works out.
Yes. And we can see from the masteries, it's still taking 2109, very standard, but instead of taking for mana regeneration and the utility, taking more move speed right there, knowing that against RV, he really needs more move speed to catch up with her in terms of during the team fights as well as when RV uses the ultimate.
I mean, it's pretty much easier to get movement speed because there's only a few items that actually can give movement speed. But for Anivia, there are more items that can give mana regeneration, like Chalice of the Harmony, the blue buff, the exalted blue buff from the golem that can be given. So yeah, it's a better choice to actually get movement speed over mana regeneration because those are items that actually can be gotten inside there. So yeah. There's no problem there. So we are going to go into game just momentarily. I want to see what this Nautilus actually does. I really want to see how this Nautilus actually plays out. Geno has been playing a pretty solid game throughout in the past weeks. We haven't been seeing all that very much of Geno doing amazing plays like what he did before. But keep in mind, Nautilus was present in the fight against TPA. When Manila Eagles went up against TPA, Nautilus was there and Nautilus made a huge play. Now, Nautilus was on the side of TPA then, and that depth charge basically chased Kassadin, who was used by Manila Eagles at that point, far, far away from the fight, zoning him out entirely and trying to get them, back into the game. So that was really good, and I wonder if Nautilus will actually do it this time. If Anivia is placed right behind in the team, what can happen is that if the depth charge does go off, it will go through the whole entire team, knocking them up, destroying the sort of combination that they have, and Leona can come in with the initiate of Solar Flare and decimate everyone. So that's definitely... It's going to see how this Nautilus plays out. I think Nautilus will either make or break Bangkok Titans for this game.
Yes, and also for early engagement-wise, if BKT does go for a counter jungling, I believe they'll be much more stronger because they have the much more early CC, the charm, the stun from Leona, and Nautilus passive going on. And Irelia might even be able to take a stun and slow down. And as you just say, poke from afar, it'll be very easy first blood if they do catch anyone off guard and do not flash off quick enough.
Yep. So we're actually going to go into game right now. We're going to see... Oh, no, we're not going to go into game. Correction there. There seem to be some sort of technical difficulties on your side, so we won't be going into game just yet. You still get to see our faces before we finally go into the game. I need to ask, all the viewers out there, you seem to be asking, am I Indian? Let me just address that. No, I'm not Indian.
Oh, he's totally Indian, 100% Indian. Just show them an Indian accent.
I don't have an Indian accent. Oh, well, apparently my normal accent is Indian.
Yeah, so just act like... I don't know. We were having this discussion earlier today.
We were having this discussion earlier. Many people were asking me if in fact I was Indian or not. And there were talks about whether I should put on a very thick Indian accent in this cast. I don't know if you guys want it, write it out in the chat. Halfway through, maybe for the next game, I could come up with an Indian accent, like a super thick one. So we're going into game right now, and we are seeing that pretty much everybody's moving out. They seem to be covering out a lot of different areas. But for Manila Eagles, they seem to be clustered up in the bottom jungle, hoping to make something work, perhaps. They could possibly catch Ezreal out. The vision will not come in time, though. The pings are going off. Ezreal will come in. Will he face check? Will he face check? Oh, no, he won't. Just backing off just in time. But what he actually did see he actually did see Corki. And so he guessed that everybody else must have been moving in that sort of direction, hence he moved back. So great map awareness from the whole team, showing pings down, telling him to back off and not get caught.
And we can see the early war going down for BKT side. They're very, very rarely going to guard the Wraith, their Graves right there, as they know that Skarner is a faster jungler than Nautilus. So if Skarner does come for the counter jungling in the early stages, Ahri and Nautilus, if they react fast enough, might be able to get the first blood off of him right there. And right now, instead of the counter jungling for early stages for MLE, they're actually going to move to a more safer position right now. Both sides just going to take their blue buffs and just going to end it with that. And wow, BKT landing 2 safe wards already in the early stages, and Leona only has 2 more wards left for her lane. So they're going to have to, the bottom lane is going to have to return back to base much faster than anticipated because of this.
I don't know. Pretty much a very easy starting. Nothing much going off. The double golems being taken by Manila Eagles. Pretty standard. Nothing much there. So I don't know. I do think that Manila Eagles should have gone out for the invade. They could have made something happen. But they didn't. So, but I mean, no harm, no foul there. So yeah. Top lanes both really late, reaching back to the top lane, so not much CS lost there. The junglers, however, taking up things. Leona helping quite a bit of Nautilus out and will be going there, so most likely Ezreal had a few CS then, yep, true enough, 2 CS less, so nothing much. It's just very beginning of the game, nothing much there. But Alistar and Leona, if Leona does throw down her Zenith Blade and manage to catch out Alistar, Alistar can just land that Pulverize or headbutt her away. So I don't know how effective Leona is going to be now. I really don't.
I think Leona should be playing a more passive game in the early stage, unless his jungle comes and gang. Why rush in when he just wait for Alisa to rush into you and then stun him back, and still you have a better chance of landing the kill. You'll force Corki, this Valkyrie, to charge into Leona or Ezreal to get the fight. And then, for both of Leona and Ezreal, they still have the flash up, they still have the ability to jump away, no problems, and we can see another pause going down, another technical difficulty going on. So I'm not really sure what's going on, maybe some equipment error or connection error to the tournament realm. So we're just gonna cut it off, we're gonna switch it back to us again. So
and
we'll let you know.
again. We are here to stalk you.
How do we stalk them?
By looking straight into the camera and
the chances of
staring
them,
into their soul.
like tofu.
Yes, like tofu.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea why I did that. I know
that's pretty much it. So yeah.
He calls it a death stare, by the way. So he does want to look that way. I did ask Tofu and I saw him during the epic challenges. And okay, now moving back, the game has already begun once again, so we're gonna move directly back into the game, and nothing much is happening. The pause is just resumed. That's it. So, as mentioning right now, we can see actually a top lane might have an early gang going, but no, actually Nautilus is just gonna move back out.
Possibly could be something.
Yes,
What
he actually moves out.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes. Everybody's moving in, the dredge line does go off. Everybody is being attacked. Will Snoy get out of this? The health pot being procced. The healing is going off, but the ignite will reduce it. Possibly Nautilus could come in for a secondary gank. Snoy is really, really low. He moves around. Will he actually come back? No, he does not look as if, because he does see that Skarner is taking out his raves. The pings did go off, and another engage here will go off. Jenna taking some damage. Misery as well, trading it off, but Ari is closer than Anivia. And Geno, like I said, trying to run away. Forced to flash out of it. Irila will be coming in, but no backing off as well. Not wanting to get any sort of extra damage to themselves. Very, very interesting fight out there. Almost going down for Geno, but escaping with a very, very clutch flash over onto the golem side.
That happens, as I mentioned earlier. Like you see, when it comes to really the junglers fighting in the early stages, Nautilus just can't really react to Skarner. Even though Nautilus didn't know where Skarner was, like he went to engage onto him, but you could see in terms of trading hits, Skarner is just so much faster and does so much more damage. Not just physical, but magical damage on the Q when he procs the second time after the first hit.
It's the attack speed boost from his exoskeleton, his extra speed and ability to receive more damage, but there we have the pulverized combination going up, but not the hit, but pretty much
very safe, nothing happening. Yes.
Very, very safe actually. I like how the supports are dancing in the bottom bush. I see you, you see me, but we are still going to dance around each other. Not going to do anything because nobody has the advantage at that level, but look at that. Snoy with a very, very long range fly kick moving into Irelia just to deal that little bit of extra damage so that she's controlled in lane and doesn't do anything outrageous out there. Because Lee Sin had to use his pots and Irelia didn't use all that many pots yet, so trying to force her to use some additional pots so that she'll be fine. That flash missing possibly could be happening. Going on here, Xera's very, very low. Ignite does go off and looks like the Valkyrie. First blood.
Yes, first blood right there.
Very nice.
Very well played by MLE right there. The positioning, everything, he just caught Leona off guard right there. And right now we can see
going down.
Oops.
That is very, very low. The chase is still going on. Looks like will not be happening much of anything. Oh wait, the stun. Nope, the stun does not go off. Snoy runs away, and at the bottom as well, they did manage to get out Ezreal. Both great jobs. What happened was the combinations went well. There was calculated risk on the side of Manila Eagles. Good job. Bangor Titans actually took too many pokes. At the bottom lane, Ezreal was running out of pots because he had to use due to the harass from Corki. Corki got off several free hits onto Ezreal, and that's what made that kill happen. He was just a little bit too low. He was very close to his tower range, but the additional damage or the true damage coming out from Corki is the one that actually managed to bring him down.
But for the top lane side, I would say it was partially Matt's fault, so to speak. Even though he got the early gank onto Lee Sin, but he really wasn't winning out that much after that. The CS difference was only 8 CS, and then he pushed out a bit too far, and then Lee Sin just jumped in and killed him after that.
Oh, here we go again. Geno. Nope. You're not actually going to engage him. He's going to scare him away a little bit there. Now, the blue buffs are coming out for both sides. So I want to see. Looks like Skarner wants to go in for the steal, but Nautilus will be dancing around each other once again. In about 10 seconds or so, the blue buff should be out. Will Skarner actually manage to steal it off? Ari is coming back into lane, so she will be a little bit late to reach the blue buff and to provide support for Nautilus, but looks like Nautilus doesn't even want to contest it.
So, but Nautilus does not know that Skarner is there, but instead because Ari didn't go back to lane, he was thinking Anivia might push onto the lane in mid lane, in mid side, and moves on to there. So, but no, he actually there's nothing that happened. Anivia actually went back to base, and right now being too safe, I'm not sure he was. I think scared that Skarner might come off on the brush again.
Look at Manla Eagles coming up to
and
support and smite.
Mm-hmm.
Not a chance. Not a chance whatsoever. Leona as well was really slow. I like the fact that Manla Eagles knew that they were coming. They decided to walk up the blue buff and to help out if it was needed. So very, very quick reaction timing there. Ravanga pushing back NVM. More damage being taken down. Will the Valkyrie actually go off? No, the Valkyrie will not go off. Not sure why he did not want to Valkyrie. He could have possibly gone in for the kill there. Perhaps just opting to be a little bit safe. So farm out a little bit more. But it looks now like Nautilus will try to go in for the steal. But they already know what's happening and Lee Sin is coming in. Will Lee Sin actually spot them?
Yes, I believe so. MLE is being very cautious now. They do not want the blue buff really be stolen back.
I like the communication. I like the communication of the team. They knew something's going to go down in the jungle. Immediately the two lanes that respond are the two lanes that are adjacent to it. Immediately they know something's going to go down. They don't want the buffs to be stolen. They don't want their teammates to die. So they move in there and immediately get it. I think that's really great.
Yes, and before moving out, Snowy did push the lane a bit further so that his minions won't reach the tower, and Irelia will move in much quicker and much easily after she clears the minion wave. So this is very well timings and positioning by MLE being played right out there, and we can see that
Stun.
the top lane, the stun. No, it's not gonna be a stun. It's gonna be a slow. And I thought Snowy would actually just armor himself and fight it out, but I suppose he want to be much safe because RV is missing on the map. Might be key. But I noticed that and might just being playing safe, so to speak, overall.
I mean, pretty much everybody's playing safe, and true enough, we have Ari walking in. Will the kill actually go down? It looks like it. Oh, nice dodge on the charm there, but he is very, very low, safeguarding away. This is like deja vu of what happened yesterday. Jax knowing exactly what to do from TPA Stanley, dashing away, jumping away, and Lee Sin as well with Lee Sin played by Snowy, dashing away, knowing that his creep wave was coming, could actually manage to escape. So great job with Snowy there. Heal up very quickly and moving back. I also like the fact that he's doing the Muay Thai Lee Sin against Bangkok Titans.
As I was about to mention, it should be the other way around, but yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see, actually a kill
went
down. Missing that out a bit. And we can see right now, Emma is going to move on for the first dragon. It's going to be very easy for them to take it. They do have two blue buffs.
There.
Well, Nautilus is a bit like as yesterday when if you saw the match between TP and KLH, after that the match I asked Don, how could he have missed the smite? And then he actually gave a very logical answer, which I did not notice, is that he was 2 levels below Skarner, and for a
smite
jungler
amount was larger already then.
Yes, the smite amount is larger for on TPA side, so it's much easier for him to land the smite. It was a free smite for him, so to speak. And he did warn his teammates that, he says that his level was lower by 2 levels, if they do the dragon, it might be an easy smite steal. You need to look out for that, and the smite still did happen. That's why Dawn launched his smite in time. It's because he didn't have enough health. It wasn't the correct timing.
It wasn't the correct timing, and look at the bottom, it is being pushed. Now the goal difference, 4 kills and 3,000 difference. That's a lot of extra difference there. What also means is that the farm is going in favor of Manila Eagles. It's quite surprising to see that even pre-6, Anivia was winning out in CS compared to Ari. Even though Anivia was not in lane all that much.
No, but Ivy actually moved out to help to push away Skarner when he went to invade. So she did lose out a few minions because of...
Oh, looks like something could be going on here, and
there it goes.
That combination, one miss. But nope, will go down, no problem whatsoever. Solar Flare does go, preventing Ezreal from getting caught out. Anivia coming in to assist, but it looks like MLE could go for a very, very free dragon at this moment. Nobody there to stop them. Nautilus can be seen clearly at mid, and they only have Ezreal there, so if they do land a proper smite, Ezreal's ulti will not do any sort of damage out there. A little bit too early, and actually missing it completely.
I mean, normally he was thinking MLE might want to pull it out, but I suppose MLE they knew that they did not need to do it at all because they're in an advantage position. And then for Anivia to stay outside is much better as she used the ultimate to slow everyone down, the stun, the damage dished
Or
out by
the
her.
ice wall to prevent anybody from walking into the Baron sort of area. So yeah,
Dragon, not Baron.
Dragon.
Yes,
What am I saying?
Yes. So right now we can see everything is moving to favor of MLE in this early stage. The gangs, the positionings, all the fights, everything's happening in one.
Oh, look at
MLE
top Geno going very, very. What am I saying? Geno, it's Snoy. The charm does land, and that would be the end of it.
Yes.
That would be the end of it.
Yes. Snow actually reacted very quickly to overall how it was, but kicking Ari away is not that helpful, so to speak. But he had to do it to avoid the charm from coming out too quick. But in the end, Ari
He
just
still got charmed. He still got charmed by Ari. What I liked about that play was the two-prong attack by Bangkok Titans. Earlier before this, what happened was that Irelia and Ari both came in from the same direction. And so Lise knew, you know what, move away from that direction, very simply. But this time, Irelia came in from the top brush, Ari came in from the bottom brush, and that basically sandwiched him right in the middle. So he had to choose, run left, run right, run down, and everybody was pretty much there. And with the dashes from Ari and Irelia, it wasn't you were kind of trapped. You were trapped. You couldn't do anything there.
And without any minions there at that point of time and no wards on Lee Sin, there was no way for him to safeguard away into safety.
That's right, and even his minion wave was actually pretty far off from coming in. But I do like the Bangkok Titans could be making a return if they continuously do this and they continuously gank around because Ari's mobility would be actually really good. Then it's going to be great. It's going to be great for Bangkok Titans. Blue buff does go to Leah, which is a good thing. Skarner actually extending really, really far into the enemy jungle. Many pings going off, and even Quacky wasn't actually in position, so I wasn't sure about that. I'm really not sure.
I mean, he was being very aggressive. He's very confident right now because if he knows that even if he meets onto Nautilus, we have no problem running away, moving away very quickly whatsoever.
Like Eagles coming in. Could there be something? Will the ultimate go off? Will anything happen? Yes. Pulling them away. Ice Ball, but the flash over it. Valkyrie does try to follow. There's tons of people just flying in the air.
Yes, everyone pulling down to each other, but then no real damage being dished out. All the stuns going on. Just dark.
I like how everybody's pretty much at half health. And nobody's dying. Because everybody's just being thrown up in the air. Everybody's just flying up in the air. No nothing's actually happening. So a lot of time was spent in the air, not actually hitting anybody else. So
the power rise, the solar flare.
Kind of a fail from Manila Eagles. I like the reaction timing on the side of Bangkok Titans, throwing down the solar flare, stopping them in place. Even when the Valkyrie did go off, Nautilus threw his dab charge to further throw them all up in the air, preventing their advance. So great job for Bangkok Titans. I really like that play.
Well, the Bangkok Titans are still fighting very hard to move themselves back into the games. They're doing a very good job
they
right
still
now.
Can. Oh, look at that.
Yes, definitely still can. And there goes the trail of hits right there. And wanted to mention that Skarner is also another jungler, so to speak, who has very good base stats. With 2 GP pipes, they're actually much more tankier, can dish out more damage than most junglers out there.
That is very true.
Which is why he's one of the favorites. But the problem is that in the end game, it's very easy to counter Skarner by just buying a quick Silver Sash and renders him quite useless overall.
Because you prevent an ultimate from happening. So if you don't have an ultimate, you basically have 3 spells. And you're gonna fall behind. For instance, Nautilus has a dab charge, and you can't exactly QSS that away. Snoy taking damage. Look at that. Matt hardly taking any sort of damage whatsoever, but Snoy taking quite a bit out there. I like this play. Everybody just waiting. Calculated risk. They don't want to give extra kills to Bangkok Titans and possibly let them come back into this game. And that's what's happening. And I also like the fact that everybody's rewarding. There's so much money being spent on wards, and there's so much of rewarding going on. I'm pretty sure that Skarner and Nautilus both repaid their oracles already. We do see that Skarner cleared off, let's see, 4 wards at least by now, and Nautilus as well, more than 4 wards. This is maybe his 5th ward, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a lot of extra gold there for Geno and for Skarner.
But I can see right now, Jenna really needs those extra gold as he's really falling behind items in comparison to Skarner. Skarner actually going for early Mercury threads already, upgrading his boots, not going straight away for Shreddas, which most Skarners will do after getting the 2 GP5s. So, you see? Oh, I was like, will he with the red buff refresh right there, but he oversold way too quickly the exoskeleton. So, I know overall in terms of items, it's really quite not say to say standard, but quite same on both sides. You can see that the phage both on the top laners, but Irelia does have a recurve bow instead of the 2 advanced blade, and then for bottom lane for phage, the Rapid Scepter, the 2 advanced blade, but Corki does is a bit ahead with the Shin and the 3 kills.
Something could happen
and,
here.
yes.
They are moving into the top. The top's happening, some advantage. The bottom will be safe pretty much, and they do destroy the tower, no problem there. But when you were talking about itemization, and look at Anivia, she has the Chalice of Harmony and Tear of Goddess. That's what I call the infinite mana build. You basically have infinite mana simply because when you use a spell, you regenerate from the Chalice of Harmony, as well as you gain additional mana from the Tear of Goddess. And when your Tear of Goddess is fully stacked at 1000 extra mana, that's a whole lot of mana you have for Anivia. You don't really need the blue buff as well, because if you do transition that to Unthink's Holy Grail, you have some damage, you have some defense from the additional magic resist, and you have loads and loads of mana, which is exactly what Anivia needs.
And not only that, you forgot to mention, Anivia also has a Catalyst Protector right there, so when she levels up, it's just going to heal back everything, no problem at all. And right now we're going to see the second dragon going to spawn out, and
everybody's coming to the party.
Yes, so hopefully this party ends well for BKT right now. As they're deep far behind, they really need this dragon, or to say they need to win this team fight right here, right now.
Possibly. Oh, look at that. Jano getting caught out, taking huge amounts of damage. Will anything happen? Nice solar flag, trapping everybody. Matt forced to flash Lee Sin coming in as well. Looks like Matt will go down. Nope. Nice and safe. I like that dredge line saving people out. The depth charge does go off. Snoy possibly could go down. But nope, it will be Geno. Nice reaction timing from the side. Oh, Leah. Bye-bye, Leah. Not a chance. Not a chance.
There's not
when
a chance.
that wall appeared, that was the end of it.
Yes.
That was the end of it.
It's a very well-placed wall.
Very well placed. People could actually escape, but they had to walk through the bush. And what was happening was that Corki was there. And in the bush. So she couldn't run out, basically. She was sandwiched in a five-man sandwich. Not a good way.
Yes, and this team fight as well as Dragon going to the favor of MLE is going to push BKT quite far behind even more. They have to be very cautious or try to catch someone off guard to get some goal back and getting the kills on the champions right there. So it's going to be interesting to see how they really pull themselves back up. Like overall, we can see that the team fights positioning, MLE they knew that they were being pincered by BKT. Yep. They came in from both sides, so they actually separate both teams. And I believe that Anivia, let me take a quick check. She hasn't even used an egg right there.
No,
even though
she has not.
Yes, even though Ari and Nautilus did push her a bit away during the dragon fight, but she not die at all.
Nope. She did not even come close to it. And this is what happens, is that Anivia is a champion that doesn't really need all that much damage, she just needs mana.
And survivability to add on.
She has the egg and she has the catalyst, which she has already built into a Rod of Ages. So 10 minutes from now, at the 30-minute mark, she would be fully stacked on her Rod of Ages.
And not only that, I believe by that time, most probably her Tear of Goddess will be fully stacked up as well.
Yep. Most likely to an Archangel staff by then, so the additional AP that you get from that. Oh, nice wall. Oh, look at that ton of wall. That was really nice to see. It's something you don't really see all that often.
So Skarner's animation actually pulls you away no matter what happens. Even if you're mid-animation of moving away or something out of flash or jumping away, once Skarner catches you in that 0.5 seconds, you really did the ability to move away, he still catches you. Which makes Skarner very funny at the same time because
the dredge line goes off and you're like, yo, you pull you back. Like, no, you're not going anywhere, you're coming with me. Like, oh. Yes. Poor Geno. Try to escape. Not getting anywhere.
Yes. Because the top lane wise, Lee Sin and Irelia is also falling to Lee Sin's favor. It's going to be very hard right now. As only single kill is gone onto Ari, and that was like, I think 10 minutes ago.
A lot of minutes ago.
Yes.
What's happening here is that even though Malaysia Eagles is 7 kills up, they're also 7,000 ahead. That's a lot of gold. A lot of extra gold to the side of Manila Eagles. Now, a kill is about 300 with the assist, maybe about 500 total for a team. Where is this extra 5,000 coming from? It's coming from all that extra farm that they have. Anivia 170 plus, Lee Sin 170 plus. When we look at the other side of Bangkok Titans, 150. That's the maximum they have. Corki with 190, going to reach at 200 very, very soon. And all this accumulated gold is what's helping them go out there. Even if you look at the itemization, just look at the amount of wards by Malay Eagle. Look in the inventory, almost everyone, in fact everyone has a ward. Helping them with map awareness, map vision across the board, knowing that they can spot a Bangkok Titans in case something's going to happen, or they can spot it out as to where, you know, they basically are, so they can catch them out. And Skarner still with that Oracles.
And the mobility that from Alistar to get a Skarner, once they see someone deboarding, if they rush in with the correct position at the right time, they're using the rush in, they can secure a kill very easily from there. And in terms of items, you can see Lee Sin not even going to upgrade his boots, actually going for more damage. He does have a Bloodthirster already right there.
That Bloodthirster build is ridiculous.
Yes, his kicks,
Oh,
everything.
could there be something here?
Wow.
They knew they were in there? How? Bye, Geno.
I mean, that was the only
misery, not going up to Geno. Wait, what? Why? Missing the stun. Oh, dredge line away. Everybody safe.
I think MLE has some miscommunication of who to chase, just separate out a bit weirdly right there. Not sure.
It was a very weird engage. Definitely, Misery could have done something really good. His ultimate is up, but it's a free tower for them. Why not? So it didn't go fully badly for Manila Eagles. They could have made something work. It didn't really go out to their favor. But it's pretty much a 10k lead at this moment. 10k is a lot.
Yes. And you see Ari threw out her first ability onto Lee Sin just now. The true damage was like just tickling him right there.
Oh,
he didn't feel anything at all. And you know, as an AP carry, you don't do damage at all. That's a very bad
If you're
sign.
tickling as an AP carry, you're not fulfilling your role. Or you're not.
Definitely.
If your main source of damage from your orb is not dealing enough damage, how can your team expect to win fights? Because even if we look at Ezreal and what sort of items they have, one Sheen, one Phage, one Vampiric Scepter, two Dorans. Compared to Corki, Trinity Force already done and Bloodthirst is just about to finish. That's the difference of damage that's being dealt by the both teams. So even if Bangkok Titans does engage on a 5-on-5 fight, they will lose.
Right now, the
Force to flash? I don't think so the flash was really necessary, but I guess they really wanted to be safe. So.
there was no flash. That was a Spirit Rush actually.
Oh, Spirit Rush?
Yeah. I have some.
Oh yes, the flash is still up.
Yeah, I was like running. What did you see? Flash, but I saw a blue light instead. I'm like,
my eyes are too small for this.
yeah, but then BKT is actually. I'm sorry. BKT is actually gonna have to fall behind on everything right now. They can't even go secure objectives in terms of getting the buffs on their side. MLE just securing every single advantage out there, and then after taking this turret, if they do not choose to continue pushing, they can just go for Baron or even just move on to Dragon. And if you're actually blocking Skarner right there, like trying to bait
I'm
him.
not sure what exactly that was though, but it looks like they will be going for Baron, and you know what? Bangkok Titans can't do anything. Even if they do engage on Baron and Baron's dealing the additional damage towards the whole team, Bangkok Titans does not have enough damage, nor do they have enough life or defense to receive all the additional damage from Manila Eagles. So what can they do now? I don't know. My advice would be stay in base, wait for Manila Eagles to engage on one of their turrets and hopefully make something work there. But other than them, if they start going off like what they are doing now, I don't think so it's going to go great for them.
But it's going to be very hard as well because Lee Sin is actually just split push, which with items right now. If we do a split push, BKT will not be able to answer to it because Lee Sin, if they go on one-on-one fight with Irelia or even with Avi, he's just going to do a dragon kick and it's like, whoop, we're there. Just going to totally decimate the opponents right
there. Now you're no longer. Oh, look at that. Long range flight in Kaigu. Excellent wall, separating the team out of it, and the solar flare was actually really out of position. I like how nobody's caring about Geno. Everybody's just moving away and just letting Geno hit at them. But look at the amount of damage that Manila Eagles took. Nothing.
Except for Lee Sin taking most of the hits, but
yeah, but he didn't even go down to half. He barely went down to half, and that's just how much damage the Bangkok Titans could actually do. And it looks like they will be moving in to end the game right now. They can, with the amount of damage they're dealing, with the minion support, they possibly could do this. They are picking down to do the Nexus turrets, and looks like they will be going down. Look how fast the turret's going down. No problem whatsoever. 26 minutes into the game.
This is going to be the last team fight as BKT is all spawned out, so let's going to see how they respond to this. And Skarner gets caught out right there, being alone.
Nice start.
And all the ultis going forward now. And Nivea just staying in the safe position, poking everyone about. So it's cocky. Skarner going to fall down. The second kill going down for BKT right there, very hard to earn that kill. And now the kill, everyone's just moving out of position right there as, well, MLE is just staying into the base, not going to move out at all.
They can't do anything at this point in time, even with 3 members, they have 4 members of Manila Eagles out there. They only brought down Skarner. They pretty much can just dance around with Bangkok Titans, not care about the tower, and the minions will do all the work that they have for it. Snoy possibly going down, but nope, saved by the Nexus. The Nexus did explode. GG, well played to both teams out there. Manila Eagles doing a really, really good job of keeping Bangkok Titans away, not letting them even come close, with being very safe and calculated. I like the warning a lot by the teams, not allowing any sort of vision denial, with Skarner consciously having the oracles. Overall, I think they basically controlled the map. And once they controlled the map, they controlled the whole entire game. They didn't give a chance for Bangkok Titans to even come back. The once caught out Lee Sin was basically the only other kill.
Yes.
And the Skarner in the end was pretty much because everybody was just dancing around with death at that point. It didn't really matter who died then, because they needed to focus on someone, and Skarner basically got caught and received some free damage. So, good job on the side of Manila Eagles. Great job, in fact. Deny music, so yeah. So what's going to happen is we're going to actually have a quick look at the score screen to see what sort of difference actually there was out there. So, 11.1k on Corky. That's a lot.
Yes.
That's a whole lot. And just look at this. Rabanga on Alyssa had 7k. The lowest amount of gold for the side of Manila Eagles is the same as the highest amount of gold for the side of Bangkok Titans, Irelia, with 7k as well. If your support has the same amount of gold as their highest member, that just goes to show
it's a
how
very
far ahead you are.
Yes.
How very, very far ahead you are. 50 to 40. Look at the amounts of assists there. 40 assists. Kaigu, 109. Didn't really need to be all there. Just needed to deal that a little bit extra damage. Not necessary to even get the final kill. Great job for the side of Manila Eagles. Hats off to you guys. Solid job of vision denial, vision around the map control, and even controlling the buffs. That was really good.
Definitely. The most important facts were how they controlled the buff and positioning the walls, everything like that. So they knew that Skarner had the advantage against Nautilus in terms of the jungle, the fighting, early stages, and they just pushed the advantage even more ahead from there. And very well done by MLE. Taking control of the game, the pace, everything was how they wanted it to be. And yes, they got their hard win right there. And well, for BKT, this is a bit of repeat actually from the match yesterday where you saw KH against DPA and their support had more goal, I believe, was it?
Yes, it was their support that did have more goal than the whole entire team, which was actually really good on their behalf. So what's going to happen is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to show you a little bit of commercials, which should be